Watching the 2024-25 SCAC Basketball Media Days. Today we're taking a dive into the Trinity University women's basketball program. Tigers will once again be led as they head into the season with guidance of head coach Cameron Hill, along with leadership from senior Bailey Timmons. And Coach Bailey, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Russell. Good to see you, buddy.
Coach, we'll open things up with you heading into your 13th season as the head coach of this Trinity women's basketball program. I'm interested in what you think has been the biggest growth within your program over these last 12 years, and ultimately just how excited to be back here with this group at the start of a new season heading into year 13.
Good question, man. It's always really exciting. I think that's one of the biggest advantages to the Division III model is that October 15th always feels like a really special day. There's a lot of energy and excitement, and we're finally back doing what we really enjoy doing. So that part of this process has been excellent. And I think to specifically answer your question, I think the coolest thing about watching our group is, we're fortunate to lose great players every single year, and every single year coming into the new season, it's awesome for me to see how the group collectively plugs those holes. And we've certainly done that this year. The leadership has been impeccable, and I think the energy in the program is really, really special. So far, so good, man. Just looking to keep it going until the first game.
Bailey, coming into this season, obviously a big year for you, your senior year. I'm looking for a vibe check. Coach talks about the energy and the excitement. From your standpoint, from a student athlete, how has preseason unfolded to this point? How excited is the group to be back together? And what are you looking forward to most just from a team perspective heading into the year?
We were super excited to come back and get to work when we got to school. This group just seems really fun. We got a lot of new youngsters, which is really cool. And I think that we have a big junior class and freshman class, but everyone adds a lot of fun just to the program and trying to be super positive and just really a lot of competitors too. We got super competitive practices so far, and then our off season has been really great with just a lot of hard workers and stuff. So it's been good.
Coach, you talk about, each year bringing a new. Tell us a little bit about this group, this specific 2024-25 version of the Together Tigers. What have you learned about this team thus far, early on in this season? What are some things, whether it's their personalities, their drive, their competitiveness, that excites you about the challenges that they'll certainly face throughout the season, but what you've seen, allows you to know that they're going to be ready for those challenges?
Yeah, the responsibility that you need to be willing to accept to play in our program is definitely not lost on this team. Everybody that's here this year they're practicing with an intensity that lets me know without having to say a word that they understand what it is we're motivated to do and the things that we hope to accomplish. So from that standpoint, every single day of practice for me is absolutely awesome. Just providing a little bit of structure for them to go out there and be the team that they are and watch them grow and grow together. It's been fantastic. And to have a larger freshman class and to have the senior leadership that we've had so far and watching that dynamic really, really start to blossom has been, in addition to everything else, pretty remarkable. So our aim is to just try to stay the course and keep this momentum as we move into the first game.
Bailey, you're coming off an outstanding junior season last year, really, taking a step and filling a much bigger role. You look across the board, career highs, all over the place. Games played, games started, minutes played, rebounds, points, shooting percentage, both, inside the arc and outside the arc, really taking a big jump in your game individually. What does a season like that do for your confidence, individually, and what have you continued to work on to grow your game throughout the course of the offseason heading into this your senior year?
Last year was super just big for me. I think that just team, like myself and the team, like there was just a different trust with me being out there, than also with me and Cam's relationship. Like it really grew a lot last year, and he put a lot of just trust in me being out there, which totally helped and boosted my confidence. And then after that season, I just was obviously super excited to go on to my senior year, off just a pretty good season. And I think that coming into this year, working on stuff over the summer, just kind of focused on, more of probably a scoring role and just like being solid and consistent, I think, is what I need to work on. Because obviously last year was my first kind of time in that starting role and like consistent position. But this year, I think just being consistent and being solid out there when I'm on the court.
Coach, what's been the message early on in preseason? What has been the focus from your perspective? What have you been really trying to dial in on? Whether it's things you feel that this group does really well, and you're trying to improve on that even more, or things that maybe you're trying to focus on some areas where you could see some improvement. What's kind of been that message early on as you prepare this team for the start of a new season?
Every year our messaging is very similar in terms of just be present, man. Just be in the moment. Try to enjoy every step of this. I mean, I look at Bailey, she's a senior. I can remember when she was at our prospect camp. It's just this goes quickly, and we don't need to distract ourselves with a bunch of outside noise. We need to just every single day show up in the gym, be present, be in the moment, enjoy our time together, trust the work, and in the end the results will speak for themselves. So that's pretty consistent every single year, but it becomes a little bit more meaningful the longer that I do this, because I take that advice myself. I really try to be present and stay in the moment and just really, truly appreciate the opportunity that we have to do what we do. And so far, so good, man.
Bailey, finally, as we wrap up with you, as you've had conversations with some of your other teammates and leaders within that locker room about some of the goals and expectations coming into this year, what have those conversations looked like? And ultimately, what do you see as being key for this group to go out and accomplish those things heading into this season?
Well, even before like our season started, during our off season, we kind of made some pretty key just things for our team that we were just gonna make this off season, and then obviously the season now, like we're gonna work super hard and come to practice every day, like as Cam said, like be present, like be here. We're gonna just get whatever we can out of our entire practices or lift or whatever that might be. And I think that going forward, obviously, like we have specific goals, but we really just want to have fun this season, like enjoy what's going on. And I think like me and Josie, as well being seniors, we just want to really get the most out of our last year, but just enjoy it as it goes along, because like Cam said, it goes quick. So just keep working hard and keep going out and having fun.
Finally, Coach, if we wrap up with you, as you've said, every year is a special year, but this year, certainly highlighted as the final year that Trinity will be a part of the SCAC, and you can't tell, the story of SCAC women's basketball without, this Trinity women's program. You can't tell the story without talking about you and the work that you've done, whether it's this program winning a national championship, getting to Final Fours, Elite Eights, the success that you've had, and not only in the conference, but at the national stage as well. So, what has the SCAC meant to you? What has it meant to be a part of this league for now, 12 plus years? And, knowing that it's the last go around for the Tigers here in the SCAC, is that something that motivates you and your staff to just make it a little extra special with it being the last go around?
No, there's no question, man. I mean, the SCAC's been important to me for a lot of reasons. Obviously, in my coaching career, but I played here back in the 90s, and it's always been a special conference. And we talk about this a lot, especially when we get into the postseason stuff. Our job is obviously to represent Trinity every single day, but I've always felt a tremendous responsibility to also represent this league to the best of our ability. You guys do so much to help every single program behind the scenes, and all of the work that you do to create an infrastructure for us to have success and have this platform. It's been a tremendous honor for me to be a member of this conference and to work with you and Dwayne. And it's going to be a big adjustment for us to leave. But we're just one program within the department. So, I can only speak for how I feel in my office in this program. And for me, it's a big adjustment, and I'll definitely miss you guys dearly. And I have a ton of respect and admiration for the work that you've done to help all of us over the years.
Trinity University head women's basketball coach Cameron Hill, along with leadership from senior Bailey Timmons. The Tigers will open up the 2024-25 campaign when they take on University of Mary Hardin-Baylor at home on November 9th. Coach Bailey, thanks so much for your time today, and best of luck as you head into the year.
Thanks, Russell.